Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and it was just bad. But all of a sudden, but fishing off my dock, I caught a couple snook and a couple catfish, 4 or 5 shrimp, and had a ball. The wind switched around Friday night and started blowing out of the east-southeast on Saturday, Sunday. At one time, Saturday afternoon, we counted 40 dead fish in the cove, and the wind's blowing it right into the mangroves. It is not pleasant. I actually went and picked up shrimp Friday night down near Stubbs Pass, and you could barely breathe. It was just gagging. And it was bad down there. Now with this southeast wind, it's pushing it all up and into the mangroves, because I'm on the east side of Manasota Key. Steve asked me to just get a couple, I'm just going to read, I got a couple highlighted things. This is from the actual Manasota Key Association on Tuesday. A dead manatee was found in Lemon Bay, and I understand there's been a couple more since. People are picking up and burying dead fish, mostly pinfish. Normally it's mullet and it's catfish, but there's been a lot of pinfish down there. It says in here that it was described, the red tide, in the early association minutes in 1950. This is a beach hazard statement on August 2nd. The statement remains in effect through Tuesday evening. Red tide hazardous, and I'm not going through all this because you guys have heard it all. But this was in the, actually, believe it or not, this was out of Fort Myers. I'm just going to read the important parts. 17 turtles have been found dead in Sanibel and Captiva in the last week. Our average for the entire year is 30 to 35 in that area, and they've had 53 in June, July alone. 91 total sea turtles on the whole island since the red tide bloom started in October. Only 1 in 1,000 turtles makes it to adulthood, and the loggerheads come to maturity at 25 to 30 years. This is the 10th month of red tide event, and it's the longest continued bloom since 2006. Last thing I have to say is, right now, the whole area, they've got 112 so far for the year, and normally there's 100 turtles that they have to pick up that have died through the year. So it is not very, very, very pleasant down there right now. And if y'all heard Mike on Saturday or Friday on WDAE, he said that the southwest winds are keeping all that stuff here, but it's supposed to switch around. And unfortunately, yeah, it might push the stuff up. I talked to the guy at Inglewood Bait Shop, a friend of mine. 9 miles out, the water was rust colored. So it's pretty bad. And there's all kinds of theories, and I've read them all. Anywhere from Africa's iron and the sand coming over to the extreme weather that we had where the rains dump, flush out to the Gulf, stirs the stuff up, and it comes to shore. There's all kinds of theories. But it's just really, and let me tell you something, you get that, I don't care, we wear the masks when we go on the dock at night, and it's just not a lot of fun. It's not fun.
And here's what I've noticed. I know when we were talking about Chris's plumbing 8 months ago,
Bingo.
I found out that in these canal areas where you're talking about Symphony Isles or off the Little Manatee or wherever, that water never really flushes out.